Hello Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your May 2023 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. We will start off with a sound bowl just to cleanse the energy and tune in, and then we will be doing a Celtic cross for the month of May and clarifying. There will be an extended at the end of the reading if you're interested in that. It is on an honesty box feature, so the link for that will be in the description box below, as well as a PayPal link. Alright, so let us tune into the energies first of all. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale. Okay, Pisces, let us see what May's got in store for you. Right, so please be mindful that energies are non-gender specific. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel. Comment, share, subscribe, it's totally free. And of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, loveitallmore.com, in the description box below. Let us get a theme for you for May. Okay, theme for Pisces, community. All right, so May is really a time for you to start connecting with people in your environment, in your local community, or to access people who you consider on your soul tribe, your family outside your family. Okay, there is quite a lot of transformational energy with that because of those butterflies, symbolic of transformation, and we have a rainbow, which is like, so there will be some sort of treasure as relates to anything that involves you in community activity through the month of May. Okay, so if you've been feeling quite isolated, quite on your own at the moment, up until now, May is really the time to kind of get out there, okay, connect with other people. It's all about connection. We're in Aquarius, we're sort of in the Aquarius age now, and that's all to do with harmony, community, collaboration, putting two heads is better than one head, that sort of energy. So that's going to be really beneficial for you the month of May. Okay, let us do the Celtic cross. I will be cutting the deck and I'll be clarifying it immediately rather than going through the whole spread and then clarifying it afterwards, because I do find sometimes it just you forget what that immediate position was. So it just saves us all a bit of time and we can try and be as clear as possible, basically. Okay, Celtic cross, please. Pisces. Okay. Don't worry, I will show you all of the cards soon. You've been working really hard, Pisces. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands. And it's quite interesting because you've got the Page of Wands in your subconscious area as well. But I will go through that, don't you worry. You've been working really, really hard. You are definitely coming to the end of it. Okay, end of something that's been quite full on. But let me clarify before I get into the reading, and then we'll go through each aspect. Thank you. Right, let's check what's happening here. Okay, right away I do know that you are, through the month of May, your focus really is kind of trying to finish one bit of work, trying to come to the end of one thing that you've been working really, really hard on, okay? and then so that you can bring something new into your life and it's showing up for you big time. Let me go through them all. Your current position at the moment is the Six of Wands with the Two of Cups. So for some of you, this is obviously not going to resonate with everyone, but for some of you, you have perhaps you have announced some sort of engagement or marriage proposal or something of that nature. But what I'm really seeing is you're at the sort of the top of your game at as you start the month of May. Okay, you're feeling kind of recognized. You're feeling like people kind of get you, right? They are seeing the efforts that you've been putting in. But I feel like it's particularly there's someone in particular, very close connection. Now, this could be your romantic partner, but it could be anyone that you're very, very close to, a business partner, a close friend, and you really are being awarded for your achievements at this time, okay? It could also be the fact that you have, for some of you, you might have been given a promotion, moving up the way really, but you do still have quite a lot of work to do, so it doesn't feel like the end of the work yet, but it's getting there. Okay, we do have a crossing energy though. There is a bit of a block with you in the month of May, which is something that you're going to have to really navigate. Now it is clarified with the Tower, so this is going to be a bit of a shock. You're not going to see this coming. Okay, so things might feel quite good. I know it's good because of the recent energy, which we will talk about, but you're going to have a bit of a financial surprise in May, and it's not a great one, I'll be honest with you, because it's blocking your success at the moment. It just feels, it doesn't necessarily, I mean, Five of Pentacles really talks about feeling where you don't have enough. Okay, don't have enough money, don't have enough resources, don't have enough to get things going. All right, sometimes it can be connected to a lack mentality, but I'm not getting that energy. What I'm getting is that all of a sudden, out the blue, you get a big bill that all of a sudden, oh my God, I have to pay for this. Or suddenly the things that you had planned and the things that you had budgeted, there was something that was missing. Now we are going to be in Mercury retrograde, and these sorts of things can come up because problems with communications, technology is going astray. So it could literally be as simple as some sort of bill that you usually pay. They take out more than they should, and then you have to, you might be on the phone for a while to try and rectify the situation. There may be a bit of a delay because before that's paid back to you, and that could cause a bit of like, oh, you know. So it is coming up really strongly, so I have to tell you about that. All right. Now, your focus at the moment through the course of May, which is showing up in many different facets throughout the reading, is a Nine of Wands with the Two of Wands. And what that is telling me is you are just like, you're over something. You just want to get down to the bottom of a work project, a business relationship, if it's something that you're putting your energy and all your hard work and energy into. So, for example, could even be as simple as renovating a house like a renovation project in the home, and you're like, oh, is this ever going to end? Is this ever going to end? But you're ready to take, it's clarified by the Two of Wands because you are now ready to move on to the next level, okay? Now, the Nine of Wands does also say, listen, yes, it is tough. You have come so far, and yet you still don't quite, you're still not seeing the results just yet. But the Nine of Wands tells you, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward. You're almost there. Nines are natural endings, okay? So you've just got to get to the number 10, and that will be completion. Now, the number 10 is really about carrying that final little burden, closing things off, and you're good to go. Again, I'm stressing that we're in Mercury retrograde. This is really the perfect time to be tweaking certain things, going back over certain things, anything that has been anything that you've been working on that felt like it was finished, actually needs another little look through. Any paperwork that you've been dealing with, again, get a second pair of eyes. Things need to have a second check over for the month of May. And it might be frustrating because you're like, I just want to be done with this, but it will enable you to clean the slate for this new cycle that you're coming on. All right. Now, I know that a new beginning is on your mind because in your subconscious area, we've got Page of Wands with Ace of Pentacles. So you are really looking at this time to start some new project, to start some new business, perhaps go off on your own. I feel like you're getting, the Page of Wands talks about a good message to do with work, to do with an opportunity that's coming on in. This Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe saying, here we go, it's available for you. But it exists in our energetic field, and it's available for us to pull it in on an energetic level. It's just waiting for the things in our exterior world to line up. And when that gets lined up, when everything else is completed, then you've made room for that to come rushing in. Okay, so it does seem like really good news to do with some sort of project, some sort of endeavor. It could be a physical move, or working from somewhere else. It would be lucrative long term. It's a very solid offer that's coming through, and I feel like you're kind of picking up on those energies anyway. All right, you're gonna get there, but you've still got to get through May. So getting through May is kind of closing up shop, so to speak. All right. So in your immediate past, you had Justice, which is clarified by Judgment. So for some of you, you may have been dealing with a legal situation where you were waiting on a judgment call. Okay, I would say that this is very positively aspected, considering we've got that Six of Wands over there. For others of you, this is something where things have come into balance. You have taken the lead in making a decision, a big decision, that is going to be fair for all, but also balanced within yourself. Okay, so Lady Justice doesn't turn up unless there has been an imbalance. Now that would be your immediate past, so that would be kind of your April vibe. Okay, whereby things that you've been, or work that you've been putting into, is now sort of paying off. You're starting to see the results. You're starting to find a bit more kind of equilibrium. Okay, it could have also been that to do with work that somebody else, like the higher system or organization, if you're dealing with any sort of contracts in that regard, or employers, boss figures type things, where they saw your efforts and they made a fair judgment. Okay, in your immediate future though, bit tricky. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, we've got Five of Wands with clarified with the Four of Swords. Now what I see about this is actually it's tricky energy, but I see you working through it in a very mature way. The Five of Wands talks about very competitive energy, conflict, internal conflict, office politics, gossip, that sort of energy. It's like nobody can really see eye to eye. Okay, that's the energy of it. But what the Five of Wands tells us is that if you allow yourself not to get involved in the petty stuff because you've got a bigger picture in mind, then you will be able to deviate around it. Because it's clarified by the Four of Swords, I see you doing just that. I see you kind of going, you know what, I'm just going to sit back, let that all happen around, but I'm not going to interfere or get involved with that. Also, I do feel that there could have been some sort of payout, some sort of blessing that came in, perhaps within the workplace, and this could be what is triggering people at this time, going, well, I didn't get it, or, you know, that sort of energy. I do think that if you don't get involved with it, then you will have the opportunity just to kind of rest and recoup. It could also mean that for some of you, you might kind of feel so tired of all the work that you've been putting in up until now, particularly now that you sort of feel a bit more that people have seen the efforts that you've put in. You might choose to take just a couple of days off and just have a couple of home days, do their days, walks in the park, just to rebalance your energy again. So to kind of remove yourself from that energy too. All right. What I love about this reading is your attitude. Your attitude for the month of May is the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Seven of Wands. What this tells me is you are taking very practical measures and approaches forward to be as resourceful as possible. And what that's saying at a grander level is that you're taking the lead in kind of creating your sense of stability, particularly if we have this unforeseen amount of money that comes out of your account. it's going to push you into that energy of, okay, well, I'm going to step up now and I'm going to protect what is mine, and I'm going to present the facts, and I'm going to stand with conviction, and I know how to make things happen. That's what the Queen of Pentacles does. Okay, she knows how to handle things. She knows what methods to use. Okay, she knows how to be very practical about it. You might also be at a position where you're choosing. So if you work for an employer, you may be choosing to do more work from home rather than be in the office or wherever you work, and getting kind of sucked into this office politics. For some of you who are in that position, you may have to present the facts to the organization and say, well, this is why, this is why, this is why. I can prove that I still do my hours, etc., etc. And I do see it being approved. All right. For others of you who have your own business, I do feel like you are just getting your structures and your routines a little bit more in place. All right. Now we are in sort of Taurus season, and that's all about kind of knuckling down on practical approaches to things, getting organized. All right. I think it's a very positive approach for you. You're starting to kind of look at your schedule and kind of go, I don't want to feel like I'm so overburdened that I can't even breathe. I'm going to look at the whole schedule and I'm going to structure certain things in. All right. Finding balance. Now, in your environment, we've got the Hierophant with the Hermit. So it seems to me, and this is coming up quite strong, it seems to me that some organization that you are involved with. Okay, so for some of you, even if you are on a state pension, or even on kind of some sort of welfare system, this would also apply to you. We've got the Hierophant with the Hermit over here. Okay, there is some sort of control. I want to say control in the sense of the powers that be beyond your control. So this is like government systems or organizations. They're having a little think about things. So it may feel that you are a little bit, it could have the feeling of being unstable, because the systems and organizations that you're connected to, even if you have your own business, it could be the tax system. Oh yes, we've just finished the financial tax year. The taxing system, or which could also be related to that money that comes out that was a bit of a shock. But whatever strongest organization that you're dealing with, they are having a rethink, a reevaluation on the whole monetary system and what people put into what they get out. Okay, and so they're in that phase at the moment, which can make you feel a bit unstable because you don't know where you stand. I just want to get another card on that, because anything else, please. Why is that Hermit there? Thank you. 9 of Pentacles. I like this. Okay, so there may be some sort of re-evaluation, some sort of new kind of system that enables you to be more independent, and so something regarding your finances and your sense of independence, working from home, that sort of thing. That's the thing that they're mulling over. Okay, so even, for example, if you are a pensioner, it would be maybe a change of the system that they've been trying to work out. You see, the Hermit is quite wise, so I wouldn't say that this is a bad thing. I would say it's actually ultimately quite a good thing. It's being reworked somehow, which will enable you to have a little bit in your pocket, a little bit more in your pocket, and not necessarily need to answer to anyone as much as you have been. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's the energy. It's obviously not going to apply to everyone, but there is definitely a sense of any sort of, say for example, you're a student and you go to university. It could be that the university are changing certain things, or having a think about reworking certain things. It's going to put you in a more favorable position. So it is actually quite good. Your fears and hopes at the moment is the 10 of Wands clarified by the Fool. Okay. So the desire here at the moment is to finish off this one project so you can activate that Fool card there. Okay. Activate a new cycle in your life. The only fear that comes in is how is literally, How long it's going to take? Oh my goodness, right? It feels like it's pretty quickly, so don't worry too much about how long it would take. But it also what you need to that it's like a final responsibility that you need to close off before you can complete that fully in order to bring in this new opportunity. Okay, so it's always the darkest before dawn. Every time we feel like we can't do any more to the things that we've been working on, and then all of a sudden there's more that you need to address. Allow yourself just a few breaths and just work through that, because you're so close to the finish line. The outcome for the month of May is really nice. It's you where you were wanting to be, okay, with the Two of Wands here in your focus area. This was before clarifying the Nine of Wands, where you want to complete something you just were over because you want new opportunities now. You want to look at the big wide world because he's got the globe in his hand. You want to look at the big wide world and figure out, okay, where am I going next? What am I doing next? Okay, and the outcome of May is going to answer just that. You are it's going to promise you that. All right, we've got the Nine of Cups with that Two of Wands. Now it may be where you're ready to take off on the next step, this next step by the end of the month. And for some of you as well, it's like for those of you who have had like an engagement or some sort of business partnership announcement, any sort of announcement that you've made, if that resonates with you, it's to do with wanting to, like, you've got to finish off the work so that you can actually enjoy that bit, take the next step, the next cycle, the next chapter of your life. Okay, now you may find yourself a little bit of a crossroads of like, which way do I go? What's the next step? But it is your wish fulfillment. So you are getting what you're asking for by the end of the month, okay? You just need to work through a bit of this petty conflict surrounding you regarding work, and just push through. Yes, that financial kind of burden will be a bit of like what? But now that you know in advance, you can work with that energy. And you can kind of go, okay, right, you can plan now for it so that it doesn't become such a huge shock at the time, okay? And it will turn around. I feel like it will turn around. So let us close this reading off with an oracle card before we move on to the extended. Okay. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know, please, for May 2023 for their highest good? No, it's too many. Do that here. Cute. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay? So if you find yourself in analysis paralysis, okay, because it just feels like the thing you're working on, you just not, it's not completing just yet. Just try and switch off the mindset. Don't worry about that future. Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning, the Fool card, those new beginnings, your wish fulfillment, your Nine of Cups. Try not to worry too much about that. The energy is absolutely serving you for the month of May. Okay, so try not to get into that state of stinking thinking or analysis paralysis, and just focus on getting these other bits complete. That's your focus for May. Completion, because then you're setting up the space for June for these new things to be coming in. All right. Okay, so I hope that helped you, Pisces. I wish you all the best for the month of May. If you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, loveitormore.com. And for those of you who are interested, I'm going to do the extended reading now. So, in the extended, I am going to be looking at what this burden that you've been carrying is, and what that conflict around you is. We're going to be going through a little bit deeper, and also perhaps a message from Spirit regarding that shocking Five of Pentacles coming on in, that unforeseen lump of cash that all of a sudden makes you feel, where is everything now? Okay, so if you're interested in that, go into the description box below, click on the extended link, and then the PayPal link is below that. For the rest of you, have a wonderful, just my hand there, for the rest of you, have a wonderful month, and I will see you in June. Take care. Bye.